Hey everyone, producer Jess here with a very special Up to Speed. Our V Teamers work every day to create a more inclusive and equitable world. And we're proud to announce 2002 Careers and the Disabled magazine named Verizon a top 50 employer for people with disabilities. To read more about this award, click on the link in today's story. And this week, we kicked off our Forward for Good Accelerator's second cohort on disability innovation. 7 startup companies were selected for the accelerator based on the solutions they're developing for the disabled community that leverage 5G, MEC, and other leading technologies. What makes this even cooler, 5 of the groups have founders or leaders who are living with disabilities. The startups receive $50,000 to support building and scaling their innovation, as well as technology coaching, expert mentorship, and connections to potential partners and funders. Recently, I met a V Teamer who's part of the Advanced ERG, who's had an incredibly courageous journey. This is Michael's story.
Hi, my name is Michael Herbert. I'm with Verizon now for 27 years. I actually work in the WNO organization, which is part of the GNNT. We basically support field technicians and our customers throughout the dispatch process. 47 years of my life, I've lived with a disability. It's a bone disease called Hereditary Multiple Exostoses. It's bone tumors all over my body. It's affected the way my bones grow. You can see it, it's very apparent in my arms and in my legs. It causes me to walk different than most people would walk. My daughter also has this condition. She's actually went through several surgeries to correct the condition. Growing up with this condition was not something that we talked about. It was just not acceptable. The policy was to ignore it. And that's what I did. So not having that support structure had a big impact on me. I know what it's like to be treated differently based on the way you look. It had a huge impact on me in terms of self-confidence, the feeling of being less than. I basically spent my life feeling that way. And I spent basically my entire career hiding that. Like I would always wear a long sleeve shirt because I was afraid that somebody would see the way my arms look and I would be embarrassed by that. Or another example would be if we were in a conference room, I would be the last one to leave, just in fear of somebody walking behind me and seeing the way that I walk. During the pandemic, I had time to self-reflect, as we all did, and I realized that I can't continue this way. I need to be able to talk about my disability and put it behind me and stop letting it control me. It's not healthy for me, it's not healthy for my daughter. So I made a decision to change my life. I started to change the way I think about my disability. Now I think about it in a positive light and think about how I could use it to help others. And I went and I spoke to my leadership team, who was met with tons of support and encouragement. And since then, I continued my journey. And I realized then that it was definitely the right thing to do. Hiding this condition didn't allow me to show up as me, and therefore I wasn't giving them my best. I also made a decision, not only to talk the talk, but also walk the walk, and actually became a community leader in the ERG group Advance. It's just very comforting to be able to talk with others and relate to people. Verizon has created a safe place for me to feel comfortable enough to disclose and discuss my disability. Words can't express how grateful I am. Well, it's not easy talking about disability, but if I could help just one person out there who is going through something very similar, carrying around this extra burden on their shoulders, and get them to change the way that they think about it, to be able to show up as their authentic self at Verizon, then that is a tremendous accomplishment, and that's the reason why I'm talking to you about this right now. We need to be comfortable in our own skin, and it's okay to be different.